Here's a course preview of Usal Hopper as we roll out through the campground. There's a super steep climb, about a half a mile, which will separate people, and then we get this stellar view overlooking the ocean. Everyone should have seen this road coming in, so you'll know an idea what to expect heading back out, which is good news. It's only 6 miles, but it's a ripping, rolling road down to Highway 1 with sharp, loose corners back then. We're hoping that after this rain, things will be tacky. Roger Bartels and I chose our epics, specialized epics, for our weekend of adventure shredding. The majority of folks ride gravel bikes out here, which is totally fine. With the dropper seats, it's a little bit of extra shred and security in some of these tight, loose corners. So be careful heading down, heading south at the start for people doing the Mediano and Mero Mero. And remember, this is an open road. It's likely there'll be at least a vehicle or two and or a moto. So as you're going around those sharp turns, you need to anticipate what's coming. This is the point where you need to be alert as we're descending down Usal Road just before it connects with Highway 1. Traffic is open. Please come to a stop or extreme slow. Look right, look left, and then head forward on Highway 1. The pavement here is super smooth. You have a pretty nice gradual climb up to the summit here. It's approximately 8 or 9 miles from there to feed zone at M&M Road. M&M Road, you'll come up to the gate. Make sure traffic's clear ahead of you and behind you. Turn left. And then this gravel road, which is the M&M Redwood Forest Foundation Usal Forest Roads, you're going to be descending this gravel road all the way down to the bottom of Usal Creek, almost to the beach. Right here on the right hand side, you'll need to slow. We'll have tables to get hydration and nutrition. Take a rest right there on the right on the landing. So please make room for others to come by. And then a swoopy left. Right hand turn as you start. People doing the Chiquito will be coming up this. You will have already come to that feed zone. You'll get onto Highway 1 and you'll turn left heading out to WRP. keep in mind on this road, you guys are going to be smoking downhill, and there's some sharp, loose corners. There's some subtle water bars that if you don't anticipate them could cause you some trouble coming into with speed if you can make sure you get your weight back around those corners. We have 2 EMTs out on the course, so you folks know if something happens. We have one who will be mostly following in the back part of the day, and then another EMT will be positioned at the bottom of this descent at Usal Creek. You'll have 10 or 12 sportful marshals out here on course, dressed visibly. So if you do see a rider down, please let them know, and they'll let the EMTs know down below. Please keep in mind, I know a lot of people are out here to be competitive and shred, which is totally fine for us. It's what we're all about. But due to the remoteness of the location, these are our wilderness situations when it comes to responding to injured riders. So remember, slow before fast. This right-hand corner with Roger right there is trickier than anticipated. Roger is the 2023 all-mountain winner at Downeyville. So you can assume, even though he doesn't look like he's shredding, he is at the limit of his speed while riding an epic full suspension, and most of you guys are going to be on gravel bikes. So you really need to make sure going into these corners to honor and respect what is out there. This is one of the most beautiful parts of the course, in through the alder trees down here. We've seen bears a couple times down here. Roosevelt elk. It's a good view of the water bars, taking them smoothly.
More than just ashes when your dreams come true. Yeah, fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain.
Of what we call the shortcut bypass road. It starts out super steep. You climb approximately 1,400 feet in, I don't know, under 3 miles or something around that. Steep, steep, steep. You'll definitely be glad to have your branding gear. There's a couple spots where you just barely clean, or maybe you'll walk it.
Coming up out of Usal.
It's hard to say. This is my actual speed on this section. So the on my mountain bike. So the grade here is a little bit deceptive. Gets you a sense I actually am riding my bike. But then it tees up onto the WRP road. This is where the Chiquito course comes and connects. Mediano and Mero Mero go left here. At this point, we'll have an EMT making sure that we sweep the last rider from the course. If it takes you forever to get to that junction, we don't have an exact time, forever, what that means. But if you're correct, it is definitely more than halfway, at which time you can flip it and head back to the beach. As you move along the course here, the WRP road, super smooth, buttery, rocked road, heading out to the Yokohama and the Kenny feed zone. There's a Y in the road where you're going to stay right here. Loops you around to one of the few expansive views that we have while up on the road. Looking out north. Plenty of bear scat out in this zone.
From your stage, spread to the blood. Give all you had, while you want will more. All that you give, the more it will take. It might be all which you really can't pay. Fire on the mountain.
The gate will be open right here where Riffy Land hits the Usal Road at the former town of Kenny. Thanks Jesse and crew for the feed zone. We'll have some grilled cheese, grilled ham and cheese, pickles, as well as other rye nutrition, scratch, Joji, goo, other things for you guys to munch on. And then you have about 10 miles of the ripping Usal Road. This is the spot where if you're on a gravel bike, you're gonna feel like you're under biking on part of it. There's some pretty chunky ripping sections. This is the spot where if you have been over biking with a hardtail or cross-country mountain bike, you're gonna be shredding. So be careful when you're passing people heading down this road. This is the one heading from north to south to Usal Beach. And again, this road is open. It's possible to see vehicles and motos coming up towards you. You'll notice Roger as he's ripping down here, going from right to left and left to right. There are a lot of ruts, which are totally navigable, but you need to realize if you haven't seen this before, you guys need to proceed with caution. Just a reminder, we are a helicopter ride out. For any severe injuries out here, you guys are very remote and access is difficult. Okay, so smooth before fast. Our hope is that after this rain that came and got over an inch out here, that the conditions are going to be pretty nice and tacky minty. Brah! This last video here that we've filmed in its entirety is the descent from the ridge down to Usal Beach, where you plunge 1,600 feet over 3 miles. It's ripping, fast, super fun, but it's rutted. There's some rocky sections, so be alert. We need to get everybody safely down there. When you get down to the bottom, don't forget we have a maximum cutoff of 2 p.m. for people doing the Mero Mero, turning left and heading back. People doing Chiquito and Mediano will proceed forward to lunch by Chris Correa, cold beer, relaxing on the beach. Don't forget also that if you get to this point before 2 o'clock and you still don't want to finish the Mero Mero, no big deal. Just cruise on back. Let people know at the timing that you chose to do the Mediano and enjoy your time on Usal Beach. So put on your virtual reality goggles, enjoy the fire on the mountain, and check out this descent.